So right now it's getting very hot here. It's 40 degrees during the day, and I have some time to image. I'm going for the Veil Nebula complex, all of it, with the Evo guide. I'm gonna do a wide field image. I never done it, all of it. I have done the alien face looking part before and the filamentary nebula by itself, but I never done the whole complex. I'm excited to see what a narrow band can do in this case. I will use the SV405cc cooled, the Skywatcher 550, and the Adventure GTI mount. We'll see what we can do. Right now it's beautiful clear skies and there's no haze in the sky, but it's very hot. I'm gonna cool the camera, of course. I have the cooler and everything attached, and we'll see what we get. Everything set up. I just need to polar align when it gets dark. Even focus is set up. I actually imaged yesterday and didn't touch a thing. I left everything as it was, so the camera should be focused. What I need to touch is the orientation of the telescope, so I can get the whole complex of the Veil Nebula to be visible with the Evo guide, because if you frame it wrong you will just get half of it. But it shouldn't be a problem with the Evo guide, because it's a wide field of view. I need to improve my cable management, that's for sure, because my cables are a freaking mess. And I will be using a narrow band, as I said. There's a narrow band installed between the Evo guide and the camera. I have this to prevent light pollution. I will stick it here later. I have the dew heater from SV Bony. It works great, this dew heater, by the way. It's a dew strap to prevent dew. If you're looking for an affordable dew heater, you will never go wrong with that. As you can see, beautiful clear skies. And the only issue I see today is it's a bit windy, so I'm not gonna be able to use 60 seconds exposures with the Evo guide. I probably narrow it down to 30 seconds because I'm not guiding. I've had some love and hate relationship with the guiding, so I still need to dial it in. But to be honest, I haven't seen that much of a difference, guiding or not. It's that you get the perfect stars for me, not for as far as details. I see the same details with the guiding or not, I don't know why. Okay, so I said I'm not gonna use guiding, but I lied. I am trying guiding again, and I think it's working better this time. I'm getting 1.55, I think, RMS error, or 0.38. I don't know which one is right. And you can see lots of hotspot pixels because I'm only really just testing. I'm not imaging yet, and the stars look good shape to me. Okay, so I'm gonna polar align. You know the drill. If you watch my videos, you know how to do this. You just rotate the telescope 90 degrees to one side, plate solve, and 90 degrees the other side, and plate solve. I have a video about this. So I'm gonna turn it to 90 degrees on one side, and it's plate solved, and now I'm gonna turn it to the other side. Okay, plate solved, and we have a very out of position mount. I'm gonna need to move this a bit. And I'm just moving the knobs up and down and left to right. And I found that I'm gonna use a narrow band, but to polar align, I remove the filter, because with the filter it's a nightmare to get good polar alignment, because the image is very dark. far. I think I went too far again. This is trial and error. It will take some time to figure it out. Okay, just a bit to the left. It doesn't need to be perfect, especially with the wide field setup that I am using. It needs to be okay, excellent. It needs to be more perfect when you use like an SCT with a lot of focal length. Okay, so we're polar aligned. Okay, so I'm gonna start the alignment. I'm gonna stretch the histogram a bit so you can see the screen. I'm gonna choose Vega, sorry, not Vega, Alter and Corniforous. I tried 2 stars before this and it didn't work out, so I'm restarting alignment again. Because for some reason Deneb, I chose Deneb before. Deneb was like 10 different stars with the same name and I didn't know which one that was, weirdly enough. Okay, I think this one is Alter. Push to assistant, Alter. I think is this one. Yeah, this one, that's showing. Yes, okay, it's this one. With a wide field telescope, it's easy to align because most of the time the star gets into the field of view instantly. I'm gonna see how this is gonna work because I never aligned with Corniforous. I don't know which one it is in the sky. To be honest, I just checked on Stellarium, it's 1 near zenith at the moment. Alright, and I'm guessing this is Corniforous, but just to be sure, I'm gonna check. Because you don't wanna, yes, it's that one. You don't wanna rely on just the mount, you have to check. Because if the mount goes crazy, then it happens many times. Okay, alignment is done. Now I'm gonna check for focus. Bear with me. Alright. Gonna zoom on the star and I'm pretty close. I'm very, very close. Okay, perfect focus. I locked the focuser on the Evoguide, although I don't know if it will do any difference because the focuser lock on the Evoguide does nothing, to be honest. I talked this on my review of it. It's really not that good design that they did. Now I will connect the 405cc with the PH2 guiding, and I'm gonna do the darks, like add them only because I did them. 12 degrees. I'm gonna turn the cooler on to 12 degrees. As you can see, it's 30 degrees. The camera temperature, which is crazy. It's very hot at the moment here. I'm gonna connect my guiding and I'm gonna hope that I don't have to recalibrate. Supposedly if you don't touch anything it should be fine still. So from the last time I didn't touch anything, so I'm gonna check. I'm gonna take a test shot, like 120 seconds, and we'll see if there are trails. Right now I'm getting good guiding, so I guess it's still good. So I'm getting 1 RMS error. The adventurer, on really good days you will get like 0.5 or something like that, but normally it's above 1 or between 1 and 2 normally, the guiding, but it depends on the conditions, the seeing. There are a lot of factors that affect guiding. So today it seems to be honest, the day has been very hot and the seeing I guess is not good, which is why the guiding is a bit worse today. But as long as it is, you know, not crazy like sawtooth pattern, should be fine. But this is what I do normally when I'm guiding. Like I take a test shot first to see where I'm at, and it doesn't hurt to change these settings, the aggressiveness and things like that. Okay, I think the guiding is good still, because ignore the flares, because I'm pointing at a line, an electricity line at the moment, so I think the guiding is still decent, because the stars look not bad. And ignore obviously the greenish image, because this is totally normal. This is the first sub of the Veil Nebula. I'm using 120 seconds exposure and 250 gain, and it looks a bit greeny, so obviously this is totally normal. With a narrow band and on an OSC camera there are more green pixels than any other color, so the image will always look a bit greenish. And as far as guiding, I'm getting 1.7-ish RMS error, but I think the seeing is not that good today, which is affecting guiding. Depends, but the stars are round, you know. I'm getting round stars, so I think it's working out okay. I will still use the filter for the stars, so if there's a trailed sub, it will reject it. And I'm dithering every 2 frames, so we'll be dithering every 4 minutes. This is a massive improvement over when not using guiding. You have to dither every 100 seconds or so it will be much faster, less time wasting, I mean. Second sub, what I did, as you can see, stars are still clean. I have some slight distortions at one edge because I think I have some tilt, but it's minimal. It's nothing, I can fix that in post-processing. It's not a problem. Okay, dithered. These are the settings I'm using for dithering. I'm using 10 max dither step, settle threshold 0.5, this 110 and this 120. These settings I got from ChatGPT, just so you are aware, and they were good for my purposes. It's guiding a lot better than it used to with these settings. And you can also play with these settings down here. You have array aggressiveness, hysteresis, and normally array aggressiveness, and it doesn't need to be 80, it needs to be lower, because you can see this sawtooth pattern here. It's not that good. It should be as smooth as possible, the guiding, but since I think I have bad seeing today, I adjusted the aggressiveness a bit, so it adjusts more. But as a general rule, you want your guiding as smooth as possible, the lines. Okay, I just realized that I'm reading the RMS error wrong. In this case, I have 0.65 RMS error, not 2.6. So I'm getting very good guiding, because with my setup, even till 2 RMS is good. And with the Adventure RS GTI especially, 0.6 is very good, very, very good. That's why the stars are good. They look great. Some nice details here. I cannot balance the colors well today for some reason on Sharpcap, but I checked on Siril, yes, I can balance them. It's here, that's the issue. I think it's because the histogram is a bit to the left. It should be more to the right. But this is the data I have so far. So you can see it's balances well. The colors here on Siril. So I'm just gonna let it run for 4 hours or so. I'm actually gonna go to sleep. And a massive tip I can give you: during the live second when you are asleep, download an auto clicker and make it to click on the safe stack every 10 minutes to avoid problems. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some clouds passing by and will ruin your stack. And that, like this, you can throw away the bad stacks and keep the good ones, not ruin a whole night. This is the auto clicker actually, because it wasn't showing up. I set it every 10 minutes and press start after I put the mouse on the save button. So I am 150 minutes in. This is the data I have. It's really good. The image is very greenish on Sharpcap. But it's very poor here. You have to stretch it on Siril to see the result a bit better. But here, as you can see, the stars are very good. I'm getting very good guiding, right? 1.2, okay, not very good, but good guiding. 1.2 RMS error for this setup is very, very good. And the night is going well, and I'm gonna keep going to sleep now. because I'm doing like 2-hour intervals to the alarm, and I'm checking on stuff, you know. I'm not leaving the setup all night, going and without knowing how it's going. I do check on stuff during the night. Okay, I'm going to sleep now. I'm going to bring the gear inside. I collected 325 minutes exposure. Which is about 6 hours if I'm not mistaken, so it's awesome. I now have 10 hours exposure on the nebula, and we're gonna see what amazing details we can bring out. We will see in the processing part.